can't take it like a challenge. I don't understand why the hell I can't have it. Help me understand why the hell I can't have it. I was blessed with a swag and I ain't bragging. Insecurities get covered with designer fashion. If I'm not intimidating, tell me why you bashful. If you're not feeling what I'm saying, sorry for the hassle. But if you leave here with me, it'll be fantastic. Do you think I ever need you, love, more than you need me? Show me your true colors, girl, I just wanna see. Cause I didn't need too many come around and change.
Hey, you guys. So that's Kevin Gates. He's a Louisianan by myself. The song Time for That's one of my absolute favorites. So tonight I decided to do a video that's for the brothers because I don't want any brothers to think that this is a male bashing channel based on my last video. I got something for y'all too. So I wrote a couple of topics down that I'm going to address. So my first topic is, I labeled it Me Against the World. And that is just speaking to how many obstacles Black men have to face in American society. You can see throughout history there has been so many things put in place, whether that is just the welfare and housing system that was set up in such a way that encouraged Black men and Black women not to be together based on Black women having access to housing or welfare benefits or things of that nature. Also, of course, we can see with the criminal justice system and the media reports of, crimes against Black men, Black men being unjustly incarcerated, legislation being passed that has resulted in mass incarceration, thereby the destruction of the African American family. Black men in this society have so many things against them. I believe it is immensely important that we as Black women are aware of our history and aware of the things that have been done to Black men in order to castrate them of their masculinity. We have to be speakers of life into Black men because there have been so many things placed in their way to drain them of life. Next, I guess I'll move on to the types of relationships. And I'm going to start with one-sided relationships. So you have one-sided sexual, and that could go either way. It doesn't have to be that, it's just a man out there trying to fuck. Sometimes men find themselves in relationships with women who only want to have sex. And that's very prevalent in this day and age. You got sisters out here acting like some real players, So, I think we never think about it from the male perspective. Imagine being a man, with that ego and giving yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically to a woman who just wants to fuck. Like, that has to be an ego breaker. And I think oftentimes we as women, we only see relationships from our perspective. We tend to overlook that, men have feelings too, men get hurt too. They ain't the only ones out here being dogs, to be perfectly honest. Then you have like the one-sided financial. I know that, statistics say that Black women are doing this, that, and the third. And a lot of times, we take care of Black men. But, when you look at how society is set up, it's kind of set up to where it's harder for them to achieve. There's so many more obstacles in their way. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier for us to move about the cabin than it is for them. So sometimes, we find ourselves in relationships where it is one-sided financial. And then there's the one-sided financial where we are looking for them to do something for us. And, as a man, one of the things that Steve Harvey said that men need to provide. So, you have, providing for a woman makes a man feel like a man. But oftentimes there are situations when that's really all a sister wants. So imagine going to work, working hard every day, laying down that pipe and to find out that somebody just using you for what you can give them. I think we discount just the emotional turmoil that men can be in based on their interactions with the opposite sex. We need to be more cognizant of the things that they are feeling and the things that they are going through. Then you have the mutually beneficial relationship. Now, the mutually beneficial relationship, that could be, two grown people having sex, and the sex just good for both of them, and they don't want nothing more than that. And if neither party has things that they want, if neither party has expectations that the other person isn't willing to meet, then that's good for them. Then you also have that mutually beneficial relationship where both parties are getting what they need. They're getting that support, they're getting that love, they're getting that trust, they're getting that, they're getting that loyalty, all the things that make, the things that make relationships worth being in. I think it's really important as you age to realize that most of us need that mutually beneficial relationship in order for it to be healthy. Whether you be male or female. Next, I was going to touch on great sex. Now, great sex is different things for different people. I can only speak on what's great for me. I am what you call a sapiosexual. So I am attracted to, turned on by men whom I consider intellectual or intelligent. My cookie is directly connected to my brain. And if you want to get this cookie warmed up, then you got to get this brain warmed up. You have to engage me. I'm the type of woman that needs to be engaged. I said that to say that we need to be wise enough to find the things that get brothers started. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to find the sexual things. It's easy to discover those things, but I think it's the little things that are going to be long lasting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Preparing your man's favorite meal, or giving him a massage when he comes home from a hard day of work, or just listening, or just not talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the little things. People don't realize how much of an effect that has on your sex life. As women, I feel like it is very, very important that we learn to find out what makes our partner happy. I know a lot of the times we be, because we sacrifice a lot in a lot of situations, we be feeling like we need you to love on us. We need you to give us this, you know what I'm saying? Not realizing that the other party, the man, the male, he needs some things too. So I think it's very important that we are fact finders when it comes to our men. My next topic is Black men versus Black women. I feel like there are a lot of things that are systemic that contributes to the black man and black woman being at odds. One thing that I can think of is, when you watch TV, you see a lot of black men married to white women. And I think that is portrayed specifically to put a thought in our mind that our men are marrying them as opposed to us. But when you look at the statistics in real life, brothers are wifing us. You know what I'm saying? So don't believe the hype. Real talk. Don't believe the hype. My last topic is kings. I absolutely love a black king, especially one that has all that melanin in his skin. I absolutely adore it. I want to touch on what makes a man a king. And it's not your financial standing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some court jesters and some dukes around here that got money. It's not just that. It's the, you know what I'm saying, it's the courage of his convictions. It's, you know what I'm saying, his love for family. It's his desire to be the leader of his family, the leader of his tribe, the protector of, you know what I'm saying, the protector of his tribe. the provider for his tribe. Like, it's those things. It is not linked to finances. And a lot of us women have to come up out of thinking that that is what makes a brother a king, because you are going to find yourself very unhappy. It's a lot of people I know that's married to men with money, and them bitches is miserable. So it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's about what somebody can give you holistically. And I'm talking mental and emotionally. The way a man carries himself, you know what I'm saying? That's that first visual indication of a king. You know what I'm saying? So if you're walking around and your pants are sagging to your knees, people not gonna get king from that. You know what I'm saying? A 16-year-old girl might, but a 40-year-old woman not. And to be perfectly honest, if we're really honest, you know what I'm saying, most grown men not walking around like that. That's, a lot of the things that we think about black men are directly related to what we watch on TV. And that ain't always true. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be wise enough not to fall for the okie doke. Because the TV love to sell you the okie doke. Also, just speaking as a black woman, we have to be, I may have mentioned this earlier in the video, we have to be cognizant that we are speaking life into our black men, because we know systemically there has been a hit on them from day one. We know systemically the criminal justice system, the police force was created to keep them in check. They have to keep them thinking at a lower level, so they don't recognize that they are the father of this planet. They are the father of humanity. They don't. Certain people, certain groups don't want them to realize their greatness, because there is nothing like a black man on this planet. I can promise you that. So we have to be aware of how we interact with them. We have to be aware of the messaging that we put out there about them. We have to be very aware. Oh, one last topic I wanted to address, and that was pregnancy. Pregnancy outside of marriage. I know there are a lot of situations where, we mess with a man, we end up pregnant, and we decide for ourselves, like, hey, I'm gonna have a baby. Maybe you don't believe in abortion, or maybe you're trying to fill a void, or maybe you're ready to be a mother, whatever that might be. I feel like it is immensely important that you involve that black man in your decision. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he'll be more receptive to your decision if you make him feel like he's a part of it. When you take away his ability to have a say or even to have an opinion about the decision you're going to make, it can feel it can feel like he's powerless. And we already see that society makes them feel powerless. So I just want us as black queens to be aware of how we deal with black kings. Oh, one more thing. If you want a black king, you're going to have to be a queen, not a thought, not a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Not none of those things. That's not to say that you can't be a thought and grow out of it, because, I'm sure everybody has a thought moment, whether male or female. The thing is, don't be expecting no king when when you yourself a court jester. You know what I'm saying? If you want the best, you got to be the best. Well, that is all I have to say about that. I hope you enjoy my video. Y'all have a great night.